The structure of Busoga Diocese is not any different from the structures in other Anglican dioceses across the country as approved by the province of the Church of Uganda.
The diocesan structure is as usual according to Anglican standards. The bishop is the head, and then here we have the DS, is our chief administrative officer in the diocese, but for us we call him the assistant secretary. And then when we go to ecclesiastic administration, we have the sub-dean, we have offices in the diocese, departments.
The population of the Christians in the diocese has grown over the years, and this is evident through the annual and regular baptism that the clergy conduct often and the confirmation services held during the bishop's many pastoral visits.
The population of the Christians in the diocese, I may say, I need to do some research to get the proper numbers of the Christians in the Busoga. But every day, every Sunday, during the week, clergy are baptizing, recruiting new Christians by baptizing. And during Bishop's pastoral visit, we have a lot of confirmation. And confirmation is another way of recruiting new and mature Christians in the church.
Busoga Diocese owns schools that were established by the Church Missionary Society and built on the Anglican faith, which up to now are still thriving, both academically and morally. The government aids some of these schools.
The church has given birth to so many schools, among which the notable ones, the traditional ones, we have Busoga College Mwiri, which is said to have started from Kamuli, and then later it was shifted to where it is. Busoga College Mwiri, Mwiri Primary School, Wanyang Girls, we have St. James SS, we have Kamuli Boys, we have Kamuli Girls, we have Busoga High. And the Kamuli Boys, it is said that is where Busoga College, that is where Mwiri Primary School started from, where there is Kamuli Boys in Kamuli. Also, we have St. John's Wachitaka, to mention but a few.
Located in the center of Jinja Tourism City, Busoga Diocese has a number of historical sites, some of which are the foundations on which the church is built in the area.
On the western, there is River Nile, which was earlier on called Chira. Busoga Diocese borders with the Mukono Diocese. In the northern part, we have Lake Victoria, we have the waters of Lake Victoria, and the Busoga Diocese borders with the Lango Diocese, Kumi Diocese, and Soroti Diocese. Then in the southern part, we have Lake Victoria, and we have Siguru Islands, and the Dolwe Islands, where we border with Kenya and Tanzania.
The Bishop Hannington Historical Site was named after the first martyr who was murdered from Chando, which is now an archdeaconry. The Bishop Hannington Site has developed to the level of an international tourist center with many interesting features.
Bishop James Hannington Site, Memorial Site is located in Chanda Archdeaconry, which is in Bukatube sub-county in Mayuge district. This site came about very many years ago. In 1885, we are told that Bishop James Hannington tried on 2 separate occasions to come, where on the second occasion he succeeded to arrive to this place in 1885, around October. And when on arrival here, the locals of this place welcomed him, and he used to preach to them the word of God. But given the history of the kingdoms which were then in existence, this area was under Buganda Kingdom, under the chiefdom of, under the chief called Chief Luba, who had been strategically located here by the King of Buganda to protect this eastern route, where, according to the history that we have, the king of Buganda had been told that the person who would take over his kingdom was going to come from the east. So Chief Luba was put here to take care of whatever came from the east. Unfortunately, at the arrival of Bishop Hannington, he was first of all thought to be a person of danger. After interrogating him for a while, Chief Luba had to send messengers to the king to inquire on what should be done with the British, who was commonly known as Maguru Meru, who had invaded the chiefdom from the east. And when the messengers went to Buganda to inquire from the king, King Mwanga, then they brought the information back to Chief Luba, instructing him to kill the bishop, who was in their captivity by then.
One more diocese will be carved out of Busoga Diocese. The proposed East Busoga Diocese will have its headquarters in Bujiri district. Central Busoga Diocese was created earlier from Busoga Diocese.
There is another diocese that is yet to be carved off, but the preparations are underway, which is going to be called East Busoga Diocese. By the grace of God, come 19th November, it will be inaugurated and the first bishop will be enthroned. This is for purposes of extending services nearer to people and for people to have accessibility to services that are required.
This place here started as a smaller church, and it developed to be a daughter church. Then it reached to be called a sub-parish church. It reached to be called a parish, and it developed to become an archdeaconry. And if I'm not mistaken, I am the 6th archdeacon here in Bujiri Archdeaconry. But I'm very happy that the Lord has planned it that way, that I will be the person to lead these people of Bujiri to become a diocese. And we are eagerly waiting to see it developing to a diocesan status. Come 19th of November this year, the bishop will be consecrated and enthroned as the first bishop of the East Busoga Diocese.
Busoga Diocese is part of the Eastern Cluster, who are the lead organizers of the Uganda Martyrs Day Celebrations on 3rd June 2023 at the Namugongo Anglican Martyrs site. The bishop is calling on all Christians to come in big numbers to witness what the East can do.
And on that matter, therefore, I'm encouraging and appealing to all Christians who are coming from the Eastern Cluster. I'm calling upon you. Let us go in big numbers in Namugongo that day. Everybody is waiting to see the biggest cluster. And everybody is very expectant. And everybody is wishing that let this be the best of all the clusters.
Some of the other dioceses in the Eastern Cluster include Central Busoga Diocese, Busoga Diocese, Mbale Diocese, North Mbale Diocese, Kumi Diocese, Soroti Diocese, Sebei Diocese, Karamoja Diocese and North Karamoja Diocese.